Tokyo, Japan. My name is Gary Verheller, and I'll be your host for what we call the Substance of Living podcast. Today, we'll look at what we call life's lessons. And I hope this will provide you with some insight, maybe even some inspiration to life's challenges. Today's life lesson is called the five A's. The 5 A's. My hats off to Patricia Ryan Madsen and her husband Ron. They are the ones that taught me this, and I'd like to pass it on to you. They were my constructive living instructors when I went through instructive living training. The 5 A's are essential parts of life. And by knowing these and by reminding yourselves of these, it can actually enhance and improve your life. The 5 A's are, number 1 is attention. Number 2 is appreciation. Number 3 is acceptance. Number 4 is aim. And number 5 is action. Now let's look at each one of these individually. Number 1 is attention. Many times, the reason we make mistakes is because we fail to pay attention. We also fail to notice many things in life simply because we're failing to pay attention. I live in Tokyo, Japan, which is a massive city. Most people, when they're walking, look down or have their eyes at an angle. I do my best every time I come to a stoplight to stop and look up. Look up at the sky. Sometimes, usually what I'm looking at though, I'm looking at the architecture. What did the architect think here? Why did he design this? Why did she do that? And then I also look at the street because the sky is one part of the frame, the buildings are part of the frame, and the street is part of a frame. So I'm looking at what is this image that I'm looking at here? Sometimes what I would do, like when I was teaching elementary school, teaching English in elementary school, I would give them homework and say, okay, today your color is blue. When you go home today, I want you to see how much blue there is on your way home, and then come back and tell me about it. In other words, helping them focus their attention on something. So it's one of the things I do for myself too. I wonder how much green there is out there. Oh, look, there's those plants. Oh, the tree. Oh, the artificial grass. It's interesting to see. If you pay attention, suddenly your life is much richer. So the first one of the 5 A's is attention. The second one is appreciation. We are supported by reality in countless ways. For example, I'm wearing this sweater. Well, somebody had to design this sweater. Somebody had to harvest the wool. Somebody had to make the wool into the sweater. Somebody had to package the sweater. Somebody had to ship the sweater. Somebody had to deliver the sweater to the store. Then a salesperson helped me in selecting the sweater, and I'm still benefiting by all of those people's efforts and time. And I say, thank you for that. Reality, no matter if you have a good hair day or a bad hair day, or you're a considerate person or you're selfish, reality supports you in countless ways. The chair I'm sitting on, the food I eat, countless ways. So by paying attention, you can start to notice how reality does support you, and you can appreciate life. Dr. Reynolds has a kind of a joke. He says, you're never guilty enough. And what that means is we fail to appreciate enough. We think we're giving so much, but in reality is the one that's giving us so much, and we're giving so very little in return. So, number 1 is attention. Number 2 is appreciation. Number 3 is acceptance. This was tough for me. I thought surrender? No. It's got nothing to do with surrendering. It has everything to do with accepting reality. I have blue eyes. In Japanese, they say aruga mama, which means to accept reality. That's life. I'm 71 years old. Aruga mama, I accept that. That's life. I will never be 180 centimeters tall or 6 foot. Aruga mama, I accept that. That's life. Accept life. Doesn't mean to surrender, but it means to accept reality. Identify reality. And then identify what you can do. So, number 1 is attention. Number 2 is appreciation. Number 3 is acceptance. Number 4 is aim. And in the last episode, What is My Purpose? That was episode 3, purpose. That's what the aim is. You've got to have aim. You've got to have a direction in life. If you fail to have a direction in life, it's the equivalent of having a very powerful car and no steering wheel. Lots of energy, but you're going nowhere. So it's important. It's very important for you to have an idea of purpose, your aim. What are you doing? What is your purpose in doing this? Attention, appreciation, acceptance, aim, and the last one is action. If you don't take action, it's all smoke. It means nothing. If you've just ruminated and thought about, oh yes, this is my purpose, and oh yes, I accept reality, and oh, I'm paying so much. If you don't do anything, nothing gets done. And you're just stuck. So those are the 5 A's. Again, thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Rod. So those are the 5 A's. Number 1, attention. Pay attention. See how much you can notice in life. See how much you can notice about people around you. See how much you can notice about those that you care for, those that mean a lot to you. Number 2, acceptance. Appreciation is number 2. Sorry. Number 2 is appreciation. So appreciate life. And know that reality supports you in countless ways every day. Number 3 is acceptance. Doesn't mean surrender. It means accept reality for what it is. Number 4 is aim. Have a purpose in what you're doing. And number 5 is take action. Do what needs to be done, which is one of the favorite phrases of constructive living. So I hope you find this interesting. Please, if you haven't, go to episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3. All of these are all connected, and I think you might find them of interest. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us today for the Substance of Living podcast. If you'd be kind enough to consider subscribing, you can contact us through Spotify or Apple Podcasts or connect on Twitter. Join us again next time for what I hope will help you navigate life.